せーのでもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化するよもっともっと
Yeah. Okay. Third part of the podcast, which is my most favorite part, is Attack on Titan.
Oh, hell
Season
yeah, man.
I forget so quick because we've been on Attack on Titan since it came out, like the beginning. Okay?
Oh, yeah,
Season
yeah.
one, I waited fucking 4 years. I'm still and then watched season 2, and then I went straight to the manga. I was like, fuck it. I'm not waiting 4 years. It was during the time when season 2 ended, they did not tell us how much we were going to have to wait. So in my mind, I'm like 4 years for season 2, 4 years for season 3. Yo, man, I'm about to be too old when season 4 comes out. So
yeah, it messed up real bad in that one, right? When you start with like 2013 and they release, a banger of an anime, a 25 episode anime that, the anime community was absolutely invested in. And then
for a time of 2013, that was a dope anime. That anime was just legendary.
Right. And after that, they didn't do anything for 4 years. They didn't post anything. They literally just avoided making an anime. And
it was dead.
The fandom was dead at that point, right? I mean, if you're gonna, it's kind of like, for example, if they stopped Hunter x Hunter at 2005 and they come back in 2019, like, yeah, we're back. No one's gonna care about it,
True. That's so true. I feel like a lot of people, especially, back then, I don't know if a lot of people know by now, but like, I'm sure a lot of old otakus know this, but back then, anime wasn't popular. I don't know, anime just started becoming popular in 2018. Like, people just started watching anime. Like, I swear to God.
Yeah. I agree.
People would just watch. I watch this. I watch that. So I'm sure to a lot of people when they saw season 2 of Attack on Titan, they were like, "What is this shit?" And then they were blown away. I feel like to people who started watching Attack on Titan when season 2 came out, or season 3, or even like right now, you're living the best time of your life because you're watching a the full thing. Like, personally, that 4 years broke my rhythm. Do you know what I mean? Like, it broke me. Like, I just did not feel the passion I felt when I watched season 1. Which is why, even when I watched season 3, even though I read the manga, I was still gonna watch because I was like, you saw the fight scenes. I mean, come on. My Levi going crazy, God mode.
Yeah, absolutely. Beast Titan was, kill like instantly.
Yeah, man. So I was like, okay, I am not as enthusiastic as I thought I would be about Attack on Titan. Even though I would not lie to you, it is a great anime. That's how I feel.
Yeah, it's it's kind of like it's a very strange scenario. One of the reasons is because they did an anime in 2013, right? And what the mistake that they did is they didn't wait for the manga artist to really finish the story to some extent. They rushed it into production, and what happens is you have to wait a lot for the next season. On the other hand, if they started adapting the anime in like 2015, let's say, right, they released the first 12 episodes, 2016 the next 13 episodes, then 2017 the season 2 that we know exists, then 2018 the season 3 part 1, and 2019 season 3 part 2. That would have been an excellent way to actually make an anime,
True. Well, like, if you think as well, which is about there not being enough chapters for them to having to wait 4 years, how fucking lazy is the author?
NANI?
Okay, I'm sorry. I understand it must be hard, but I'm sorry, but when you release season 1, okay, I feel like Attack on Titan showed that if you make a dope anime, you can survive 4 years of silence and people will still remember your name. Like,
absolutely.
If you told me Attack on Titan, I might not, like 4 years after the first season, I might not remember the whole story, but I will tell you this dope shit. That's all I'll tell you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't
So
understand
like,
what the author is doing, right?
he had money. I'm sure he had money. Why did not he like bring in more people and be like, okay, let's do more chapters? I don't know, cause like, dude,
It's
it's
like
good.
one
It's
chapter per month. Why
dude,
one chapter per month?
it killed me. I'm like, at least do 3 chapters per month. For example, Solo Leveling does a chapter per week, like per week,
Yeah,
and the quality is insane. And I used to ask myself, the nigga colors, by the way, the guy in Attack on Titan, the man,
yeah,
the author, his name, by the way, is Hajime Isayama. I think
yeah. I
Isayama
think
Isaga.
that's his name.
Hajime is well, Mr. Hajime.
Yeah,
I don't know how lazy he was to be like, nah, I'm gonna do 1 month, one every month, and it's gonna be no color. So I was like, dude, he was too busy. He was too busy with the money, rolling in the money.
yeah, yeah.
What are you doing? Like, especially season 2. Like, I think I've told you this, but season 2 killed me because I was there. Season 2. Episode 12, Eren is about to release that thing, where he can control the Titans. Oh, spoiler, by the way, guys, this is a spoiler, okay? We're talking about Attack on
There's
Titan.
pretty much.
It's a spoiler, okay? So listen to your own whatever. Anyway, as I was saying, I was there, episode like 12, and Eren was like, the uncle. I don't know if he's an uncle, but the guy who saved Eren when his mom died. Do you remember the guy? Right?
Oh,
The guy who saved
the part of the I don't remember the squad's name, but yeah, he was
he's part of the squad. And like he died. And he died by the stepmother of Eren. Which always shocks me. How did the stepmother of Eren knew that Eren's mother was his father's new wife? Do you know what I mean? How did she know? Like, there's so many fucking people. How did you know that this woman?
Like, that doesn't make sense. You have the first episode of the anime where she walks up and literally, like, there's so many houses, right? Millions of houses. And she goes and stamps over one and eats the goddamn wife. And I'm like, what? That doesn't even make sense.
She was like, she must have been, when before the Titans broke the wall, when his father had a wife, she must have said, my ex-husband just got a wife, I must kill that bitch. Like, dude, the wall broke, and the female Titan is like, this is the house I must break. Like, how does she must have smelled the scent of her ex-husband. Like, that means that every day you smell his scent, like, every fucking day. That when she broke through the wall, and then she's like, I can smell the wife, the bitch is over there. You stuck with my bruh. I was like, fuck. But what I did laugh was in season 2.
But again, like, it could be that, it could be that, like, the Titans,
could be
when they become Titans, but they smell or can have a small amount of motivation on something, or a small memory on what's going to happen or something, Again, we don't know much about Titans. Like, I don't know much about Titans because I've only finished, like, season 3 part 2, where you have no the manga, so I don't know much about Titans. But
actually, the manga, I think I stopped with the way I stopped is actually when Levi was said to be an Ackerman, and then you find out that Mikasa is an Ackerman as well. That's when I was oh shit. But I felt pissed when they let the armored Titan go and Levi was unable to kill the Beast Titan. I was like, fuck, shit. No, I wanted to imagine Levi as a Titan. Are you kidding me? Oh shit, it's super.
He would switch modes, like, he would switch and attack people and then turn into a Titan to the bigger Titans. He could do double at the same time.
That would be dope. Okay, so
and basically, they had the armor Titan, right? If they had the Titan and the muscle Titan, you know what?
It's
the colossal Titan. They could have saved both Armin and Erwin.
Yes, it's true. They could have saved both of them, but they let him go, which was stupid. But anyway, talking about the flow of the anime, it was fucked up. I did not like the flow, but in other words, it was a dope anime. Because when season 2 ended with 12 episodes, I started season 2 hyped as fuck. I'm like, 24 episodes, here we go. I waited, okay, for like 12 episodes. I was like, like I didn't wait for 12 episodes. I waited. Season 1 came out. And I
Yeah.
know that one episode every week. And season 2 came out, and I knew that one episode every week. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait 5 months. By 5 months, 24 episodes should be done. Okay, so I'm there, trying. When you're an otaku and you're on YouTube, you must train your eyes to not see spoilers. Okay,
Oh, absolutely. Whenever you see the name, wipe away.
Yeah, man, I swear. So on Reddit, Twitter, everything, my guy. For 5 months, I was everything that I saw. ATT. The title had ATT. Swipe away. You know what I mean? So I'm there 5 months.
I was doing the same thing.
Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 12, and then I'm like, this is so dope. I can't believe Aaron just did that. Now let me watch episode 13. Wait, where is 13? What the fuck is 13? And then you see on top, completed. You're like,
yeah, I agree. That was even like when you think about anime returning for a new season after 4 years, right? I don't think it's the wisest choice to give people just 12 episodes. I mean, even at that point, right? I mean, I was expecting like a 25 episode action-packed season, stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Covered and everything, but then they give 12 episodes, and at that point I lose hope too. I was like, okay, maybe they might take 3 more, 4 more years. By the time I'm like an adult and have a job, I'll be finishing it. You never know. Could be a fucking grandpa,
Yeah, man. Yeah, but like, okay, that's basically it about the flow. But the music, let's not lie, the music is fine. Till now, I love the music.
I think the soundtrack and the OST of the whole series is just phenomenal. Like, the opening.
One guy, by the way, it's one guy, Hiroyuki Sawano. One guy.
I know him. Yeah, he was the person responsible. And in the new season, he's also joined he's also part of the sound effects crew. So he might have a really good, 4th season.
Let's talk also about Attack on Titan. Let's talk about changing studios. I think you know more about this than I do.
Okay. It's a really tough thing, right? I mean, let's take the first studio, Production IG, that they worked with. The director is the same as the next 3 seasons, but the problem is essentially Production IG. Which Studio is like a subdivision of Production IG, so I think they gave up the anime to them, and they will get the other seasons. But which Studio was struggling. It was very obvious that they were struggling. It's like they released like 12 episodes, 10 episodes. They couldn't handle Attack on Titan. That's what I see it like. They couldn't handle the animation. They couldn't handle taking such a huge episode and everything. So obviously they had to change studios. They had to give it to another. But really good studio, and I think Studio Mappa is pretty good. I mean, let's look at the anime they made, Dorohedoro, which has really good animation. And
let's look at the trailer. You saw the trailer, right?
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
It gave me back faith on Attack on Titan. It was beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that the trailer is actually just pre-made images, right? Pre-made videos that are just for the trailer. And when the real anime comes out, it's going to be way better. They're going to improve the trailer.
Yeah, the season 3 trailer was like I told you before I watched it, I was like not sure I was gonna watch even Attack on Titan because I did not want to break my soul once again. But then I ended up so like I was like, no, let me just watch it, and I watched it and I was like, damn, this is actually gonna be fire. And yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Another thing, like on my anime list, right? I generally rate season by season. Like I look at a season and see how it is and everything. And the Attack on Titan first season I gave it very good. The only season I gave it 10 was the season 3 part 2 because it was just phenomenally made. Like it was just phenomenal.
Yes, true. Another thing we should really talk about is Armin or Erwin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a really tough fight right there. You're talking about 2 really smart people.
I swear. Even do you know what stresses? What makes me laugh more is that I was like, I could not choose. I was like, I don't know. It's your
Yeah,
Levi.
me too.
You figure it
I was
out,
just
man. I
like,
don't know.
please. I was like, no, both of them, come on, some way, both of them.
I swear to God, the way I'm not gonna lie. Armin is smart as fuck. Okay, maybe a bit
Yeah.
smarter than Erwin, but Erwin is like he's he's been there. He's like he has experience, and he has this
Mm-hmm.
toughness. Like he does not succumb to fear. But Armin does succumb to fear. It really easily,
Yeah.
as we
That
could
is
see
true.
in season two part season three part two, right? You saw
Yeah.
that he was kind of blocked and he didn't know what to do next. But Erwin was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'ma die fighting. I
Dude,
swear that March when all of them went to the suicide mission, I cried.
yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, Irvin, like, he knew death was right in front of him. The Beast
Yeah.
Titan was throwing boulders at people. And guess what he
Mm.
did? He devised a strategy that instant. He was like, Levi, climb up the wall, then attack Titans in a circle. And that kind of tactical
Yeah.
plan. I mean, Armin can do it, right? Armin can, he's really smart dude. But
Armin
he
can.
still doesn't have the experience to do it. I mean, I think like even if you look at like let's say in terms of speeches, in terms of motivating people. Remember Irvin's speech to the new recruits, right?
Yeah.
He was motivational.
It was
But
motivational as
Armin
well.
couldn't make a speech like that. Armin doesn't have experience yet.
Yeah, true. But I accepted the author's choice to bring Armin back because I understand his decision. He made a good explanation though. With Levi saying that we can't bring him back from hell, we can't bring Erwin back from hell, that kind of stuff. It
Yeah, he
made
has
sense.
experience enough, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it made sense.
Yeah, when he died,
Yeah.
he kind
But
of
then
that he was in a dream world somewhere.
it made sense. And personally, let's not lie, the music that was happening when Armin was coming back from he turned into a Titan, ate the colossal Titan. That music when Armin was getting out of the Titan was beautiful, and everybody was going around him. I was just like, whoa, this music is incredible. It was like, oh, I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god.
It was really good. As I said, the sound in Attack on Titan is just just phenomenal.
It's legendary. It's legendary.
Yeah.
It's legendary. And the idea, the author till now, I haven't shouted at him for being so lazy, because I'm like, your fucking idea to come up with this Attack on Titan shit is amazing. The story is like, the anime doesn't put too much effort on the story, but I read the manga and I read all of season 3 in manga, and mine was fucked. Okay, I was like, damn, this is too in depth. It was like you were understanding. You were not understanding. You were like, it fucking makes sense.
It's kind of like they gave a different view. In the first season, the story, although it was very action, it was very interesting. It seemed kind of like you expected what would happen next. It's like fight. They're huge.
But then
humanity.
We have a problem.
Not even fight back. But season 2 and season 3, I think, really show that the Attack on Titan series is more than just what
is more than season 1. That's what it is. When you watch season 1, you're thinking this is just some normal anime, but then when you start watching season 2, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. It makes your mind blow up. As I said, it's one of my favorite anime after I watched season 3, because until season 3, I was still like, maybe
hesitant.
It's a story, right?
But I understand, man. And then now the other question to ask yourself is the future of Attack on Titan. What disappoints me is that I'm hearing this is the last season, and I'm like, how? Because there is still too much to put. There's still space to add more lore. Do you know what I mean? For example, the lore about the royal Attack on Titan stuff. I'd like to see some flashbacks of back then. Do you know what I mean? Because the only thing they do is they put it in the ending song. The ending song, I think it was season 2 or season 3. They were giving this amazing story of Ymir and all of them, and everything. But I want more. I thought this could at least be 5 seasons. But it's true, it's rare. It's fucking rare for good anime to be that long.
It's as you said. Part of the reason is because where they finish adapting right now.
Yeah.
It was the end. I think it was around 90 chapters. They adapted like 90 chapters. Then guess
Yeah.
where it is right now? It's around the 120, 130s region. And
Yeah.
Isayama, I think in recent interview said 95% of the manga is done. So we can only expect like 10 more chapters. So imagine like this is the final season. If you want a season 5, they have to do a 12 episode season and then continue the next 12 episodes next year or
Yeah.
something. I'm
Yeah.
sure the
Yeah.
fans are stressed about, right? I mean, you don't want to make the last season longer than wait
Yeah.
people longer than it's supposed to be they
True.
waiting for, you know.
So you'll be watching season 4?
Oh, absolutely, dude. Like this is the most hype I've gotten
Yeah.
about an anime, I think, right? I
Yeah.
mean, in the
I'll
history
be
of what
watching
I've
that
watched.
too. I'll be watching that too. Okay, well, I guess this kind of brings our end to our discussion. I hope people enjoyed it. The next segment